Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Mona. I am a certified fitness professional here at gofitnessvirtual.com, but I've also been a registered dietitian, nutritionist for over 35 years. So our topic tonight is 5 tips for managing your weight and controlling your portions. My first tip for you is to use smaller serving utensils and to dish that food onto smaller dinnerware. So what the research shows is over the last 5 to 8 decades, we've been increasing our portion sizes dramatically. So back in 1970, we were consuming about 500 calories less per day than we are currently consuming. And back in the 1950s, we were consuming 800 fewer calories per day. So you can see the larger calorie intake is definitely contributing to the obesity epidemic in the United States as well as globally. So my first recommendation is to use a smaller utensil to dish out your food and put it onto a smaller dinner plate. What that does is it helps us to decrease our overall calorie intake without decreasing our feelings of satisfaction. So what I mean by that is the research shows that when we dish out a smaller scoop onto a large plate, we have feelings of deprivation and we don't feel as satisfied as if we use the smaller portion but put it onto a smaller plate where we feel like we're getting a full plate of food. So the first recommendation is to start to downsize your serving containers and what you're eating from. My second tip is to use your plate as a guide. So what I mean by that is that half of your plate should be filled with vegetables and salad. The other part of your plate, a quarter of it, should be a high quality protein, and the other quarter could be a starchy vegetable or a whole grain. And if you enjoy the healthy fats, go ahead and include a little bit of fat as well. About a half a tablespoon or 7 grams of fat is the recommended portion size there. So start to use your plate as a guide. My third tip for you is to drink a glass of water about 30 minutes before your meal. So if you can drink 8 to 16 ounces of water, that's going to help to start to fill your stomach up so you're much less likely to overeat at mealtime. Finally, if you're going to go ahead and eat at a restaurant, I would recommend that you consider sharing your meal with a friend or family member, or when you receive your portion, cut it in half and immediately put the other half into a doggy bag that you can take home for later. The portion sizes that are being served in our restaurants today are much larger than what most of us need. In fact, if you're able to get the restaurant to serve you a child's portion or a child's menu, go ahead and choose that instead, because that's closer to the recommended calories that we need for each of our meals. My final recommendation is to eat mindfully. So what I mean by that is we need to slow down. Chew your food thoroughly. It's going to help you to digest your food better anyway. Make sure that you're putting your eating utensil down in between each bite, and then take small sips of water while you're eating your food. That's going to help your meal to take a longer amount of time. What we've shown is that eating a meal, it takes about 20 minutes for us to start to feel full. So many of us are eating our meals so quickly that we're not even taking 20 minutes. So we're not registering any feelings of fullness. So if we can start to take our time with our meal, make it last longer than 20 minutes, we may find that we don't even need to eat the full plate of food that is set in front of us. And then we also need to get rid of the distractions and simply pay attention to what is in front of us. That's part of eating mindfully. Put down your smart devices and turn off your TV. If you like the tips today, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And if you'd like to see more from us, be sure to visit us at gofitnessvirtual.com.